Laura Frattenberg with B&D Service coming at you from the Macon, Georgia branch. Today in this video, I'm going to be introducing to you an innovative solution that we have for mixer drive applications. We have designed a simple yet effective drop-in replacement for mixer drives, and that concept is called the Wolf Drive. So I'll be giving a quick overview on mixer drives and how this product can help you with your reliability. So let's go to the drawing board. This is a basic mixer drive setup. And in this example, we'll be using a real Lightning 85Q gearbox. So the gearbox sits on top of a tank, which is not to scale. It is coupled to an agitator, which spins and mixes all this goodness down here. This agitator has to accommodate high thrust and high bending moments, which means that the bearings up in here have to accommodate high thrust and high bending moments. So let's talk about whenever these gearboxes fail. Let's say a seal up here breaks. Guess what you gotta do? You gotta take the whole gearbox out. You have to lift up the agitator blade and support it on top of the tank. Then you also have to worry about, are my products gonna spoil by not being mixed? Or am I gonna lose a tank because the spoiled products never got mixed properly and just ruined a tank? So if a seal goes out, you gotta take the gearbox out. If a bearing fails, you gotta take the gearbox out. And this is gonna require a lot of downtime because you have to hire a crew to come lift this gearbox off, hoist up this agitator, and not only that, you have to have a crew to come tear down into this gearbox. This video is showing all the components that are required for this gearbox. As you can see, this takes a lot of man hours to disassemble this gearbox, look through all the components, and figure out what is the root cause of failure. So in situations like this, when you cannot afford to have costly downtime, we have a solution for you. And here's how we did it. Ta-da! We have a Wolf Drive. Now we have taken what was a complicated situation and have condensed it to a simple and effective solution for you. A Wolf Drive consists of three major components: the motor, the input gearbox, and the Wolf housing. There are two categories of housings for the Wolf Drive. There's steel and there's ductile iron casting. The vertical markets that we're trying to reach are for pulp and paper, mining, water waste treatments, chemicals. Our Wolf Drive is application specific. The market that we're trying to reach are for folks that have mixer drives in the range of less than 1 RPM up to 250 RPM. Generally, these drives will cover most mixtures. The L10 bearing life is 20 years service life, and that's crazy. This means that you can stick this big boy into your application and not have to worry about the housing for a very long time. Now, components may fail here and there, but where they're going to fail is inside this gearbox. So why do you need the Wolf Drive at your mill? Number one, it's simple. Simplicity, folks, simplicity. In a normal mixer situation, you have to disassemble everything. If you have a Wolf Drive and you have that situation, whenever something goes bad up in there, all you have to do is simply remove the motor, change out the gearbox with a spare, put it back on, and you're running in no time. Your downtime is minimized. This thing is basically indestructible. So what I want to stress to you is that it is robust. Hashtag robust. It's robust. The Wolf Drive has two bearings rated for 20 times what they normally are in a mixer drive. It is a robust design. The second benefit of the Wolf Drive is flexibility. We can incorporate any gearbox that you need or desire into the design. The above and below changes based on your application. We select the gearbox, we size the application, and our BDSC OEM gearbox has warranty for the design. So let's talk about costs. I'd like to discuss the topic of cost of ownership and what this means for you. You as a customer have to consider two options. You have your current setup where you have the initial cost of a gearbox, the cost of a spare gearbox, and what it's going to cost to replace or repair that gearbox in the field when failure happens. The other alternative you have is the Wolf Drive setup, where you only have to worry about the input gearbox and its spare.
In the earlier example that we showed of the Lightning 85Q, a complete new unit runs in the $50,000 to $55,000 range. A complete repair of that Lightning unit would run in the $35,000 range, not including the cost to remove or reinstall. A new Wolf Drive unit is in the $43,000 to $45,000 range, and we can put a new input unit and a motor for $13,600.
You lift it off, put a whole new gearbox on, and the wolf housing is never disturbed. And your downtime is minimal. Now, the additional cost is reflected upfront because the gearbox has been over-designed, but in the long term, your ownership cost, where you have to only change out that which is economical, the input gearbox, or change out time is minimal. You put something in that you know is going to be reliable, that will get the job done, and gives you the ability to confidently walk away to something else. Now that you know about our product, the Wolf Drive, I hope that you're hungry for a more reliable solution to your mixer applications. Contact us today to get more information about how this Wolf Drive can benefit you and your reliability needs. Ciao!